Hi, my name is Tim Schaeffer. I'm the Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission, and we're here today at the Great American Outdoor Show with Jim Tweardy, who's the manager of Yellow Creek State Park in Indiana County. And the reason we're here today is to talk about all the great fishing and boating opportunities in state parks across Pennsylvania. So Jim, can you tell us about how important fishing and boating are to the experience of state park visitors?
Oh, gladly. They are, couldn't be linked any more closely. State parks and fishing opportunities are pretty much one and the same. With 121 parks across the state, almost every single one of them has a water feature of some sort, whether or not that's a stream or a lake. And a good many of them are known for their fishing. And I believe you stock, I couldn't even begin to tell you how many, you would probably know better, how many are actually stocked with trout by the Fish Commission.
It's really surprising. We stock about 620,000 trout in state park and state forest lands across Pennsylvania, whether it's in lakes or streams that flow through or bodies of water that are on the lands there in state parks. In addition, we stock a lot of warm water species, as you know. What are some of the species that there are to fish there at Yellow Creek?
Well, Yellow Creek, as you said, we're a warm water fishery. We're mostly known for our bass. It's an excellent bass fishery, great panfish fishery. Surprisingly, a very good walleye fishery, even though it's not the deepest of lakes. And we've got a 35-pound musky hanging on the wall of our park office that was taken from the lake. So it's actually a very good musky fishery.
Awesome, yeah. So we stock walleye, we stock musky, panfish. I know there's been a lot of work at state parks to restore dam infrastructure that you have. Whenever a lake needs to get drained and then refilled, we will help the state parks to actually replenish the fishery there. Start with the bait fish and then move on up through the panfish and say largemouth bass to get that reestablished.
And I know this goes on at other state parks, but from a personal standpoint at Yellow Creek, the Fish Commission has been very helpful in creating habitat. The porcupine crib program, as well as some shoreline stabilizations, has been going strong for over 20 years at Yellow Creek. And since I've been there, I think we've had 5 different projects already to add structure and create even better fishing opportunities than we already had before.
Yeah, terrific. And I think that one at Yellow Creek, I think that you said that's the oldest surviving one in the Commonwealth at this point.
And it was from the early 80s, and with the right type of depth sonar, you can still see the existing structure underwater. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, since the 80s, we've done over 30 different habitat projects at different state parks. We have 15 currently that are ongoing right now. A couple that come to mind this summer, we'll be working at Lake Marburg, down at Codorus State Park in York County, Lake Wilhelm at Moraine State Park. So really, it's all over the place. And we actually have the data to back up the importance of this, the fish numbers before the projects and the fish numbers after. So it's pretty exciting.
That is. And I have to say that really fishing in state parks goes as close in hand as camping in a state park or as day use in a state park. People are coming to a state park all ready to get out. The opening day of trout season rolls around. It becomes a big event, and most state parks that have fishing also have some type of overnight accommodations, whether it's cabins or camping. So it is a great Pennsylvania tradition to be in a state park and be able to fish on the opening day of trout or the opening day of walleye or bass. And it's just one of the reasons that the partnership between parks and the Fish Commission is just such a natural partner.
Well, awesome. And it's really fun to hear you say that, especially now. Our stocking schedules just came out last Friday. And so we'll be out in state parks and state forests really in earnest here this spring to get the fisheries ready for everybody. Last year I was up at Hickory Run State Park with a number of folks that had reserved campsites just for the sole reason to fish the next day. So the partnership couldn't be better, and hopefully we'll see you and maybe even Secretary Dunn out stocking with us this spring.
Well, I'd love to help, and again, we couldn't be more appreciative for what you do, and here's to keeping that great relationship going for years to come.
Yeah, we certainly will. One last thing, our Fish and Tackle Loaner program. We have about 80 sites around Pennsylvania where we offer fishing tackle for free to park visitors, and fully half of those are on state park properties. Can you tell us what that program means at your facility?
It's a great program at Yellow Creek. We've got some good access for our big lake, but we also have a smaller fishing pond for youth, and our educational staff has all the fishing equipment you need. She has days where she will promote, come on out. All you have to bring is the desire to go fishing. She teaches you how to cast. She provides the fishing equipment. She baits the hook. She'll even help you take it off the hook when you catch something. It's a wonderful program. One of our favorites in our park by far.
Good. Well, again, we can't be happier about the partnership. We're looking forward to promoting fishing and boating as much as we can in state parks this season, and we'll look for you on the water.
And the feeling is mutual. Thank you much.
Thanks.